Then this nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the shine.
Mase is finally breaking his silence and revealing how he managed to escape Diddy's grip. We all know Diddy as a music mogul, but behind the glitz and glam, there's a darker side to his empire. And Mase? He's lived to tell the tale. After years of rumors, Mase is now spilling the truth about how he outsmarted Diddy's control and got away from his so-called evil. You won't believe the jaw-dropping details he's about to expose. Stay tuned because this is the story everyone's been waiting for.
Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped. The car, the shine.
Y'all, Mase jumped off the Diddy ship before it sank, and looking back now, it was the smartest move he could have made. While the rest of Bad Boy's artists were getting caught up in all kinds of drama, Mase saw the writing on the wall and got out just in time. Can you believe it? He left the rap game at his peak in '99, choosing to follow a higher calling as an ordained minister. But get this, while everyone else was sinking with legal issues, tragic deaths, and controversy, Mase dodged all of it. Shine, locked up. Loon, sentenced. Craig Mack, gone too soon. Biggie, eliminated. And Puff, y'all know what's up with his scandals. Mase escaped it all, and even though it cost him money at the time, teaming up with Cameron helped him get it all back. It's like destiny had bigger plans for him, and now he's here to remind us that sometimes walking away from the chaos is the real win. It looked like Mase was pretty confident in his decision back then, because he continued to say that he knew that he was on the right track back then as well. When you're put on the earth, there's somewhere you're supposed to be, but you could pick any place. That's just like me, right? I took my life. I was doing music, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do music. I'm going to go over here. All you get to do in life is pick your choice, but the consequences, you don't get to pick. Now, when we talk about Mase and Diddy, we gotta dive into that sudden retirement that left everyone shocked. Mase didn't just disappear from the game for no reason. He stepped away in 1999, right when his star was burning brightest. Why? He found a new path as a minister, but let's be real, the chaos at Bad Boy Records definitely had something to do with it. You gotta understand the late 90s were wild at Bad Boy. The tragic and violent death of the notorious B.I.G. in 1997 shook the entire label to its core. And it wasn't just Biggie. Legal trouble seemed to be everywhere. Shine, locked up for armed attack after a nightclub shooting in '99, and it just felt like the whole label was spiraling out of control. Mase saw all of this going down and said, nah, I'm out. He found God and left the chaos behind. But don't get it twisted, he didn't stay away forever. In 2004, he made a comeback with the album Welcome Back, and again in 2009, dropping a track called Get It, and later, Double Up. But just when it looked like Mase was about to reclaim his spot, label drama with Diddy put it to a stop. And then came the infamous moment in 2009 when Mase literally crashed Diddy's live radio interview with Ryan Cameron at V103. Man showed up armed with papers, yes, actual documents, claiming he was free from his Bad Boy contract.
I'm trying to get my paperwork signed.
He's trying to get his freedom. And I ain't mad at him. So go in there and bum rush Puff on air.
But the thing is, while Diddy did sign the documents, it was later revealed that they only allowed Mase to appear on songs with other artists. He was otherwise still contractually obligated to Bad Boy Records. But Bad Boy still held on to the publishing rights to all of Mase's music, keeping control over his entire catalog. Can you believe that? Since then, it's been a back and forth between the two. In 2020, Mase even went on Instagram to call out Diddy for refusing to sell him back his publishing rights, saying he was offered over $2 million for it. And if that wasn't enough, Mase aired out his frustrations in 2022 with the track Oracle 2, The Liberation of Mason Betha. So, at that time, Diddy had everything going on for him, and he gave a long motivational speech on black supporting black. Well, since Diddy wasn't following his own principles, Mase had no qualms in calling Diddy out. He said, I heard your #Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist, and about how the artist must take back control. So I'll be the first to take that initiative. Truth be told, hip-hop has never been respected by the Grammys. Black music has never been respected by the Grammys, to the point that it should be. Your past business practices knowingly has continued purposefully starved your artist and been extremely unfair to the very same artist that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got my publishing from 24 years ago, in which you gave me $20,000. Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offer him, that would be the only way I could get it back. Or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old, and it will revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for about $20K, and I offered you $2 million in cash. This is not black excellence at all. Mase wasn't just asking for what was his, he was exposing the contradiction between Diddy's words and actions. While Diddy might have been talking about uplifting the community, Mase was saying, then let me and all the artists you've held down finally get what's owed to us. But as usual, Diddy did not take it too well, and claimed that it was Mase who was under his debt, not the other way around. Bad Boy's founder appeared on Power 105.1, The Breakfast Club, and had choice words for his former collaborator, calling the Harlem World rapper a fake pastor.
There has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true, and has really tried to stain my legacy.
When Diddy finally clapped back, he came with a lot to say. He straight up dismissed Maze's claims, saying, just in general, the Mase thing, I did one album with Mase. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? He was referencing Maze's debut Harlem World, which dropped in 1997 and became an instant hit. But Diddy didn't stop there. He took it up a notch, throwing major shade at Maze's decision to leave the music industry and become a pastor. And then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people. Diddy added, clearly not holding back. And y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name. Anybody can come up and step up. Bring your receipts, but I'm not playing. Diddy made it clear that he's ready for a fight. I'm back outside and I'm fighting back for us. I'm also doing some fighting back for me. Did you see how easily he painted himself as a man on a mission? One who's done letting people like Mase tarnish his legacy? But despite his drama, no one's believing anything he says. This ninja Diddy said he worked on one album with Mase. He's such a liar. Mase wrote on other artists' stuff on Bad Boy and didn't get his writing royalties. Suge warned everyone years ago about CEOs wanting to be all in the videos. Diddy was low-key backstabbing his artists because he wanted to be in the spotlight. Being a CEO wasn't enough for him. He wanted that rapper stardom. He's a clown in every sense of the word. Diddy straight up denied any wrongdoing, saying, I never jerked anybody. But he didn't stop there. He flipped the script, asserting that it was Mase who actually owed him money. Mase owes me $3 million, Diddy said confidently. That's facts. I got the receipts. He wasn't interested in engaging in a back and forth, though. I'm not gonna go back and forth with Mase. I'm not gonna go back and forth with nobody. I'm just gonna speak up for myself now. He continued putting his foot down. He even threw out a challenge saying, anybody that thinks I owe them something, show me the receipt and you'll get paid within 24 hours. It was clear Diddy wasn't just defending his name. He was ready to settle any score, but only if the receipts backed it up, which, by the way, didn't happen. But although Diddy had all the bases covered, Mase wasn't going to let Diddy's bluff suppress his voice at all. Mase chuckled at an Instagram post responding to claims of owing Puff $3 million and him being a fake pastor. Yo, you see how people act when you don't let them come on stage and give their fake apology so they can promote their Little Wax song? Then he captioned the short audio clip on IG. I did not want him to come on stage with me to give his fake apology. You're high, chill out. I'm good, love. This Harlem MC didn't hold back, delivering a scathing takedown of Diddy's claims. He straight up called out Diddy's hustle, saying that many artists who worked with him have either passed away or been forced into silence. He didn't shy away from naming names, including Biggie, Craig Mack, Black Rob. He made it clear that the truth has been buried with them. And as for those still alive, he suggests Diddy has made them sign NDAs to hide the dirty laundry. It's a dramatic accusation, painting a picture of Diddy dodging receipts in a world of silenced voices. How dare this guy talk about receipts? Let's start with your mother, guy. Your mother got the receipts, guy. Everything in your mother's name. You need more proof, man? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you no receipts. He dead. Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else, you made signed paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about.
I'm the only one with the guts to not sign it, because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that.
While on his sports talk show with Cameron, Mase casually dropped a bombshell that opened up a decades-long debate about his former Bad Boy rival, Diddy. Commenting on Keefe D's arrest in the Tupac Shakur murder case, Mase and his special guest, comedian Bubba Dub, labeled the development as the most trash moment of the week. But it was Maze's sarcastic remark about the name that sent everyone into fits of laughter. Something about that name sounds familiar, he quipped, prompting Cam and Bubba to share knowing glances. It was clear Mase wasn't just being playful. He was hinting at something deeper. He played it cool, acting oblivious. But we all know Mase was well aware of Diddy's alleged malpractices and potential involvement in darker affairs. Diddy's downfall seems inevitable at this point, especially now that he's been locked up for a few weeks. And trust me, it's only about to get worse. His legal team might be trying to spin it, but the truth is he's facing some serious heat. Combs was arrested some time ago, slapped with charges of ST, racketeering, and transporting individuals for P. It's the tip of the iceberg after months of lawsuits and allegations of SA, gender violence, misconduct, and all sorts of illegal activity spanning years. Although he pleaded not guilty, the judge wasn't having it, denying him bail after U.S. Attorney Damian Williams argued that Diddy's both a flight risk and a danger to the community. He said, as alleged in the indictment, for years, Sean Combs used the business empire he controlled to essay and exploit women, as well as to commit other acts of violence and obstruction of justice. Today, he is charged with racketeering and ST offenses. If you have been a victim of Combs' alleged A, or if you know anything about his alleged crimes, we urge you to come forward. This investigation is far from over. As the conversation flowed, Bubba Dub even jumped in to imitate Diddy's dance moves, adding fuel to the fire of insinuation. It became evident that Mase wasn't just throwing shade. He was hinting that Diddy might have more skeletons in his closet than anyone realizes. The connection between Keefe D's arrest and Diddy's past was a subtle yet powerful suggestion that left fans wondering just how much Mase really knew about the shadowy dealings of his former label boss. And now it seems Mase might play a crucial role in Diddy's impending downfall. Combs found himself behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, an establishment notorious for being described as hell on earth and an ongoing tragedy. After pleading not guilty to serious allegations of physical and SA against women spanning over a decade, Diddy is about to face the grim reality of his new environment. The facility, the only federal jail in New York City, has a reputation for chaos since its inception in the 1990s. Its conditions have deteriorated to such an extent that some judges have outright refused to send inmates there. Diddy joins the ranks of high-profile inmates like R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell, but the horrors of MDC Brooklyn go far beyond celebrity gossip. Detainees have long voiced their complaints about rampant violence, abysmal living conditions, and severe staffing shortages, with some guards even facilitating the smuggling of drugs and contraband.
How bad is it inside this federal lockup? There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years. It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here.
Imagine the scene. A once powerful mogul who ruled the music industry, now trapped in a cell where he's subject to the harsh realities of prison life, with frequent lockdowns preventing him from enjoying basic freedoms like showers, phone calls, or even a breath of fresh air. Diddy's life behind bars is nothing short of a nightmare. The echoes of despair grow louder, especially after the tragic deaths that have occurred within these walls. Just months ago, Uriel White was stabbed to death in a brutal incident, and another inmate, Edwin Cordero, lost his life following a violent brawl. The statistics are alarming, with 4 detainees having taken their own lives in the past 3 years, a stark reminder of the psychological toll this place exacts on its inhabitants. Even the Bureau of Prisons acknowledges the chaos, claiming to be seriously addressing the staffing and other challenges at MDC Brooklyn. But those words ring hollow when you consider the human suffering that has unfolded within those walls. Diddy may have had the world at his feet just a short time ago, but now he's confronted with the stark reality that prison life is a living hell, a far cry from the glamorous life he once led. As Mase and others weigh in on Diddy's past, it's clear that justice may not just be a distant dream, it's beginning to feel like a chilling inevitability. And with the conditions he's dealing with, it's easy to see why they're pushing hard. Locked up in the facility's special housing unit, Diddy is confined to his cell for up to 23 hours a day, under constant watch. His lawyer, Mark Agnafilo, argued that it's standard treatment for high-profile inmates, but it doesn't make things any easier for Diddy. The highlight of all this is that the lockdown at MDC could seriously mess with Diddy's defense strategy. Former inmates have pointed out that being locked down limits contact with legal teams, and according to experts like Hamilton, it could make preparing for court a nightmare. In terms of fighting their case, it makes it all the more difficult. Because now, in terms of you being able to communicate with your attorney, you are at the mercy of what's going on with respect to the facility. Is it on lockdown? Is the facility letting visitors in? Basically, if they're on lockdown or not allowing visitors, good luck fighting your case. So while Diddy's behind bars, it seems his ability to fight back is being seriously hampered. In addition to that, a former warden from Brooklyn's MDC just dropped some serious truth bombs about what Diddy's really up against behind those bars. According to Cameron Lindsay, the facility is notorious for corruption, perpetual lockdowns, and inmates not being allowed to leave their cells for visits, calls, showers, or even exercise. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of MDC is the high rate of self-harm and unexplained deaths, something that Diddy needs to watch out for. So in short, Diddy is destined to be doomed if he spends his sentence here. The source made it clear that other inmates see eliminating high-profile criminals as a badge of honor, and given Diddy's celebrity status and the dark allegations against him, he's definitely fitting that mold. That's why he's currently being kept in a sector meant to keep him away from the general population. But even then, things aren't looking too bright. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit the like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos like this.